Welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you exactly what a lesson with me looks like. Let's get into it right now.
Type of shit that make me swerve, 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 swerve. Yeah, that's that type of shit that make me swerve, 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 yo, swerve, swerve, yo, swerve.
What's up, man? How you
Can
doing?
you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good, man. You know, quarantined. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Start distance learning on Thursday. So
Oh, really?
trying to.
So your name's Joel, obviously. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Word. And how long you been playing?
Since fourth grade, and I'm a junior now.
Word. So that's about
So-
what? That's like 8 years? Word.
Yeah, I think 8. Yeah.
Dope. Word. Yeah, you want to start? You want to just like play me something or
Sure.
get a feel? And we can,
Just like, do you want a blues?
bro, anything, man. Like whatever you got.
All right.
When you think about air, like how do you like what comes to mind? Do you think about it or like do you just kind of
So I try to keep my air as constant as possible.
right.
Because I've had issues, like, if I don't keep the air constant, then notes don't come out as good.
Right.
So yeah, I try to keep it as constant as possible. And just have like my tongue just interrupting the air.
Yeah, man. So, cause that's like the biggest thing. I feel like when I was in high school, like, so you definitely have like a lot of the fundamentals down already and stuff. You can tell like, you've been playing. I get a lot of kids who are like beginners and stuff. So you can tell you've been playing for a while. But I think the main thing in high school, what separates like high school to college, at least from what I've seen, is that like a lot of high school players don't utilize air support as much as they could, and I feel like air is everything. You know what I mean? Because like what you're playing sounds great, man. Like and you got like a good like foundation, but I feel like just some of like the lines and stuff are having trouble coming all the way through because of air support. So
Okay.
you want to really just like you want to really think about it like. So we could do it like see what I'm doing? So
Yeah.
try playing it like that and really focus on like keeping each, when you play each note, you want to keep them connected, and that's going to help with like air because it's going to take a lot more air for you to play it that way.
Okay. What do you want me to?
I got you. I'll show you again. So that part is. I mean, however, like honestly, however you want to play it. I'm more focusing on like the exercise part of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if however you want to play it or you want to phrase those notes, but yeah, just really focus on like before you start playing. I notice like you want to take a big breath. You know what I mean? Because that's just gonna help so much, man. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Try it again, yeah. Word. Can you play it up the octave?
Yeah. The same exercise or just the head?
No, like just like the regular tune itself.
Okay.
Word. No, man, that's good. That you got a good register. I would practice that. I would definitely work on it up there and try to get it as clean as possible. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like everything, like the biggest thing too is as trombone players, we sound best when we play up.
Yeah.
And I feel like most professional trombonists on the next level, they're not gonna play. They avoid playing in the lower register as much as possible because the notes out there kind of sound more muffled and more like they don't sound as good. So learning songs in the upper register is a huge way to get your sound better and to also just widen your range. Like you really want to have like a wide range. So yeah, I would practice it up the octave for sure. But same approach. Like you want to really think about every single note, like really like air behind every single note. And I don't mean like take a breath before every note, but mainly just like big breath before the phrase and blow through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, like let's try it together on like the lower octave. Ready? 1, 2. How are you with scales?
I know all of my major scales, and I've been working on my minor scales. So I don't have like all my minor scales memorized.
How well do you know your major scales? And I'm not trying to be like a test person.
Yeah, no, I know them pretty well. I usually run through scales every day.
You want to show me?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're like really nailing those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Yeah, I mean, you seem like you know them, which is good. I think you definitely wanna when you're running them, you definitely want to use a metronome. Do you use a metronome?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, definitely metronome every day when you're running them through. But also too, focus on each note, and if you can't play them that fast, then slow it down and get it to a tempo that works. But like really just focus on, like, I feel like when you run scales, you're practicing a lot of things at once. You know what I mean? You could say you're practicing like, speed, but you could also say that you're practicing just like learning every note on your instrument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you want it to sound clean. So that pattern that you were doing is cool. Is that like the pattern that they teach you at school, or that they have you do for like auditions and whatnot?
Yeah, for auditions you usually do that.
Word.
Yeah,
All right, so we can do that one then. Like, really try to get each note connected, but at the same time, make sure every note speaks. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you know all the notes, so that's a great start. You know what I mean? But you really want to like focus now because you got all that. So now it's a question of, okay, can we get each note to speak well, and like how are we gonna connect each note? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you want to think of the slide as it like glides up. You want to really think about it like, like nice and smooth. So start on C, and you were going up in fourths, right?
I was going up around the circle of fifths.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. Word. That's good. Cool. Yeah. You want start on C though, and really focus on that this time.
Okay.
Nice. That was a lot better. And also too, that is the pattern you're doing. Is it? Is that like the one that they? Okay, try to really play it like that then. You know what I mean? Don't never take shortcuts. That was one thing my teacher always told me, was like, never take shortcuts with anything. You know, because the shortcuts are what really can hurt you. Like, whether it's playing a scale or whether it's playing a song or whatever it is. Like, if you take shortcuts, like, it's gonna, like, really everything like as precise and to the point as possible. Like, this is where you be extra try hard.
Okay. So do you want me to play a staccato like that?
Yeah, but like just really focusing on like that pattern, the way, because like I couldn't tell if you were playing it that pattern or like a different way. You know what I mean? Nice. See, now like if you played it that way in an audition, you get all the points. But like the first way, like I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to think about everything like that. You know what I mean? Because like that's what it's all about. Not even for just auditions, but just for like you as a player, you know. But yeah, that's good. And you said you're working on minor scales. That's good. We don't have to like go into that. Like I feel like that's like a home on your own type of shed. But what about? I saw you were doing arpeggios after that. That was cool. Do you know all your arpeggios, or just major ones, or like which ones have you worked on?
I could probably get through the minor arpeggios, but I know all my major arpeggios.
Word. I can actually send you, if I can find it, I have a sheet that has like major, minor, and then it's got like all the other ones, like augmented, like, diminish, 7, like flat 7, because you're a jazz player too, and those are really helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all good. I'm trying to think of what else. So, what about chromatics? Do you run those?
I mean, I can play it.
Do you run those often though?
Not really.
It's okay. Yeah, definitely. Let's try some of those. Those are really good for speed too. So let's start on just low C and then work our way up.
Okay.
So like go from C to C. And then go from D flat to D flat, and then D to D, and then E flat to E, you know what I mean, and so on.
Okay.
Nice. That was great.
used to not do them, and then I started doing them, and my range just exploded after I started doing them.
Perfect.
And yeah, my playing just got better. So
I'm gonna show you one. I'm gonna show you what I do too. Is what I do for slurs is like, I don't just do them I don't just do them in like one position.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is, instead of like, I will do them in one position too, but like I'll do them in like the areas where I feel like I play a lot. So like, for example, like from C to A, right? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't practice them that way, and you know, when we're playing, like a lot of times we're using those types of slurs a lot when we play. You know what I mean? Especially in jazz. So those are good. Like those are really good. Yeah, if you want to try some of those, like you could even start on like G and go to F, or like G in second, like sharp second, and go to F. You can do some of those. Do you have a metronome on you?
Yeah.
And I have one more question. What's your goal right now? Like, what do you? Because you're in high school. Are you in like a high school jazz band? Like, what's?
Yeah. So I'm first in the high school jazz band. Right now, like, really my goal is just, you know, to get more comfortable, you know, on the instrument. And also, one of my bigger goals is to improve my improvisation.
For sure. Word. We can definitely tackle that.
I feel like you know, having that, there's a lot of things that you can put into improving your improvisation in doing things. Like, you know, lip slurs can help with that.
Right.
So
you want to keep going on these real quick? Just yeah. Honestly, man, like the metronome's your best friend, and you want to play with that every single time you practice. You know,
okay.
Because that's gonna help your improvisation, believe it or not, for like time. You know.
Yeah, your internal time.
So definitely use that. Don't practice without it. Like every time, like from the beginning of your practice, just turn it on, adjust it as you go, but just keep it the whole time. You know?
Okay.
It's just subconsciously, like, I don't know what it is, but like it's gonna help you overall. So you really want to make sure you use that. But yeah, so with these, yeah, you can turn it up to like, try like 160.
Okay. 159. Is that good stuff?
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Alright, now try it again, but this time, yeah, really lock into the metronome, but also that second note, play it more short. Not staccato, but play it more like... By the way, if it sounds like I'm playing out of time, I can't really hear your metronome, but...
Oh, my bad.
No, you good, you know, it doesn't matter. It's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, just focus on like that. It's like a light. I'm not tonguing anything. It's all like lips, but really focus on like the second articulation. Controlling it here.
Mhm. Okay.
Cool. Also, too, I noticed some of your notes kind of breaking sometimes. Is that so? I think that could come from a couple of things. First of all, how often a day do you practice?
Like how? I usually practice like an hour to 3 a day.
Word.
Usually every day.
Okay, cool. That's good. And are you doing like exercises most of the time, or like how does it kind of go?
So like I'll warm up with long tones, lip slurs, do my scales, play an etude, and then I'll from there I'll either like work on the tune that I need to work on, or transcribe, or improvise.
Perfect.
Usually.
Transcribing's
all three of
great.
those.
Keep doing the transcribing for sure.
Yeah.
I find with notes cracking, I feel like there's a couple of things you can do. For starters, like record yourself. A lot of teachers won't tell you that, but I feel like recording yourself is like one of the best things you can do, because now you'll listen back and you'll see like, okay, I don't sound like I think I sound, and you're going to automatically make adjustments. So definitely record yourself as much as possible. I mean, you can even just use your phone and record every time you practice.
Yeah.
And then do you do that now or no?
I don't record myself as much as I should.
Word.
So like I do it, but I need to do it more. So.
For sure. Yeah, definitely do that. I'm gonna tell you a little story too. When I was, because you're a sophomore in high school.
No, I'm a junior.
Oh, you're a junior? Okay, word. And you said you're 16?
Yeah.
Cool. When I was your age, I think it's actually about 6 years ago, right? 6 years ago now. I was a sophomore. I was 16. You're probably turning 17 soon then, right?
In July.
Gotcha. So I was a little bit like older, on the older end of like sophomore year or whatever. But we played at like a jazz festival, and we met or Wycliffe Gordon performed like at the end or whatever. And then I talked to him afterwards, and then he gave me like a Skype lesson. He gave me like my first Skype lesson. And man, I remember like on that lesson I was like super nervous, and like I felt like I played terrible. He asked me all these questions. I was trying to like tell him, oh yeah, I'm doing these things, and like, oh yeah, I'm like doing this and this and this. And a lot of the things, it wasn't even that I like lied, but I was like, he would ask me things and I would kind of like BS him a little bit. Man, it came back, and like it almost haunted me because it didn't help me. And like when he was trying to teach me, he was just trying to like help. So these questions I'm asking you, like if you're not doing something, man, it's not a big deal. Like it's not like the end of the world, because anything, you can always learn something new, and you can always like keep working on things. But like it's never like, oh, I'm gonna get mad at this kid that I just met through a Skype lesson because he's not doing one exercise. Like it's not that deep. You know what I mean? So just always be as transparent as possible, because I want you to like get the most out of this. You know what I mean? So like either yes or no. That was always the thing. Is like some of my teachers would be like, "Are you doing this?" Like yes or no. That's it. Yes or no. Not like sorta, kinda, once in a while. Like the way I see it is like if you're not doing it every day, you're not doing it. You know?
Okay.
So that approach, for sure, with everything. Cause man, I made some mistakes in high school, man, and like I could have gone to the next level at a younger age, and I feel like, you know, you got it going on, man. Your playing sounds good, man. You got a great foundation. Like you can see a serious jump in the next year, 2 years if you like get on a steady practice routine, and you start like nailing a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna give you. Because a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna give you is stuff that like my college teacher was giving me. You know, this is like college level stuff. So, and then we can get more into like improvisation and stuff. So like, how often are you listening to jazz?
Like every day.
Word. That's great. And like, who are your top 5 trombonists?
I listen to a lot of JJ and Curtis, Marshall Jilks.
That was my teacher.
Awesome.
That was my teacher.
Yeah, I'm bummed that he left Berkeley though.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I listen to Wycliffe. I don't listen to him a lot, but I do listen to him. And I don't think I've never listened to Kai Winding like specifically, but like him and JJ's albums, I've listened to those. And what's his name? Bill Watrous.
He's got a great.
And Steve Davis. Steve Davis is.
Yeah, man, those are all good choices for sure. That's good. That's good that you're listening. That's really good. Keep that up for sure. But and you said you were transcribing some solos.
Yeah.
Like any like ones that, or like which songs or like on which tunes?
Well, I've transcribed. This was a while ago. Minor Blues by J.J. Johnson. I just transcribed Curtis's solo on Hugh Gore.
Oh, okay. And like when. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What was that?
No, you can finish.
Well, I'm working on a Steve Davis tune right now.
Sweet.
So.
And like when you're going about this, are you just doing all by ear, or are you like writing the notes first and then playing?
I'm doing it all by ear.
Gotcha. That's great. And like, would you say you're a better reader than improviser, or better would you say that you play better by ear, or would you say you're more of like a reader first? Or can you do both well?
I would probably say I'm better at ear, playing by ear.
Sweet.
I'm not a bad reader, but I need to get better at sight reading. That's one of the things that I need to improve.
Gotcha. Okay. That's good though. I was an ear player, so that's a good thing, a good place to be. Yeah, man. I would say like, you know, get some. I can give you like a good song to transcribe. Like, have you ever done like Time After Time by JJ?
I don't think so.
Or like Laura? Have you heard Laura?
Yes.
Have you transcribed that before?
I haven't.
All right, that may be a great one. I did that one in like high school. Yeah, try that one, and yeah, for next time, assuming you want to do another one of these, we can or have it for me, like play it for me. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
You want to work on that one, because if you already kind of know the tune, that's good too, because now you've kind of heard it a little bit before. So, word. So yeah, definitely let's try that one.
Okay.
How are you with theory?
I'm improving. Actually, this past year I've learned a lot about theory. But I don't know everything. So.
For a while, when I was going through high school and stuff, I didn't really know a lot of theory, but I was using my ear and it kind of guided me through. But as the chord changes got harder, I kind of started struggling. So, as soon as we got to Berkeley, there was like a lot of tests and like things that went on, and you know, placement things. So you kind of quickly just learn when you get there, but like at the same time, it's like if I learned this stuff in high school, it would have been a lot more helpful.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of like where we can dive in. So you know perfect fifths, perfect fourths, and fifths and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, when it comes to jazz, there's only like four types of chords you're gonna see, right? So you got like 7 chords. Like, can you play me like a 7 chord? Any key. Right, so you already know that. Perfect. And make sure you know those on all 12 keys, right? And then, you got major 7 chords, which you already know.
Yeah.
And then you got minor 7 chords. Can you play me a minor 7 chord? Any key? Right, and then you got diminished chords. Can you play me like a diminished chord? Diminished 7 or minor 7/5/5? Minor 7/5/5 or half diminished. Minor 7/5/5, half diminished, same thing. Nice. And then can you play me a fully diminished chord? Any key? Word. And then just an augmented? Any key? I think just the F on the top.
Okay.
Nice, man. Yeah, so you seem like you got a good understanding. I mean, that's... Now, obviously, you want to know all those in all 12 keys. So if you don't, I would get on that ASAP. But that's a great start. I couldn't do that when I was your age. Like, I was still struggling for, like, diminished, like, half diminished versus minor versus fully diminished. Like, I didn't really know.
Okay.
But that's a great start, for sure. But another thing I would do is, do you know your blues scales on all 12 keys?
I don't.
Okay. Huge.
Okay.
Start with, like, I'm sure you know B flat, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know F probably and C, right? Those are like the ones that they test you on. Yeah. So play those, like, get those down perfectly. But I would really suggest all 12 keys. Like, you're noticing a pattern, right?
Yeah.
Everything is just like, you learn it and then it's all 12 keys. That's all it is, bro. Like, everything is just 12 keys. Like, every scale, every chord, everything. Because once you learn all 12 keys, now you officially know it, like, on your instrument. And then when you go to jazz, it's like, you shouldn't have to even think about it. You see a chord, boom, I already know what to play. You know what I mean? So that's the next level. Like, that's where we got to get you. So, but did this help at all, or?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It definitely helped narrow down what I need to work on. So, this was definitely helpful.
Sweet, man. Yeah, if you want another one, like, you know where to find me. Before the next lesson, assuming you want to have another one, definitely those things that not like, if you don't get all the scales, it's not a big deal, but definitely the transcription.
Yeah.
But you want to just work on all those things, like, add them into your practice, run them through. It doesn't take that long, you know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, man. You got anything good for the rest of the day, or stuck at home, or what's the deal?
I have to give my brother his mic back. I think I have some school work to do, but
Feel that. Well, hope you have a great rest of your day. And,
yeah, you too.
Word, man.
And I'm sending you the rest right now.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Really
man.
appreciate it.
No problem, man. Hope to see you again.
Yep. I'll let you know if I need another one.
Cool. Talk soon.
All right. See ya.
Peace.
Baby, I wanna see some ass. I wanna see some ass. Baby, can you do it like that? From the front to the back.